The story of Alexander the Great is not only the chronicle of a conqueror, but also a tale of tactical innovation, strategic vision, and unyielding determination. This video delves into Alexander's military campaigns, exploring his war tactics, innovative strategies, and the lasting impact he had on the development of warfare and politics in the ancient world. Alexander the Great's campaign in Anatolia marked the beginning of his extraordinary military odyssey. After securing his position in Macedonia, Alexander headed east with a clear objective: defeat the powerful Persian Empire. His first strategic moves led him to confront the Persian army at the Battle of Granicus, where he demonstrated his tactical prowess and his ability to lead his men in direct combat. Following the victory at Granicus, Alexander advanced westward and besieged Halicarnassus, a strategic city controlled by Persians and Parthians. This siege demonstrated Alexander's ability to carry out effective sieges and consolidate his control over the region. From Halicarnassus, Alexander continued his expansion eastward, consolidating alliances with Greek cities and establishing his authority over territories previously dominated by the Persian Empire. Analyzing the initial strategies employed by the young conqueror and examining how they laid the foundation for his future conquests in the heart of the empire.
Alexander's Persian campaign represented a monumental challenge, facing a vast and powerful empire that had dominated the known world for decades. After consolidating his control over Anatolia, Alexander turned his attention to the heart of the Persian Empire. The Battle of Issos was a turning point in this campaign, where Alexander defeated the Persian Emperor Darius III in an epic confrontation that changed the course of history. Following this victory, Alexander advanced south, besieging strategic cities such as Tyre and Gaza, thus consolidating his control over the Phoenician coast. Alexander the Great's expedition to Persepolis marked a crucial point in his military campaign. After consolidating his control over the Persian lands, Alexander decided to directly confront the heart of the Persian Empire, the majestic city of Persepolis. In an act that would echo throughout history, Alexander ordered the sack of Persepolis, an action that symbolized his direct challenge to Persian power. After the sack of Persepolis, Alexander led his army eastward, crossing the imposing Zagros and entering the lands of Bactria and Sogdiana. These mountainous regions presented new challenges for the Macedonian army, but Alexander once again demonstrated his ability to adapt to different terrain and face resistant enemies. The campaign to the Indus represented the height of Alexander's ambition, who sought to expand his empire beyond its known limits. However, the expedition to the Indus also marked the beginning of internal tensions within the Macedonian army and the resistance of its soldiers to the demands of an increasingly distant and arduous campaign. The Battle of the Hydaspes represents one of the most significant challenges in Alexander the Great's campaign to the east. In this epic confrontation, Alexander encountered the formidable King Poros, who commanded a powerful army and was determined to defend his territory. The battle was intense and strategic, with Alexander demonstrating his tactical skill in overcoming numerical and geographical disadvantages. In addition to military challenges, Alexander faced significant logistical obstacles during his Indian expedition. The vast geographic expanse, extreme weather conditions, and local resistance complicated the advance of his troops. Furthermore, internal conflicts arose within the Macedonian army, with soldiers fatigued and dissatisfied by the long campaign away from his homeland. Alexander the Great's return to Babylon marked the end of his epic eastward expedition and the beginning of a new phase in his life and reign. After traversing vast lands and facing monumental challenges, Alexander established his base in Babylon, a strategic city that would become the center of his expanding empire. During this period, Alexander dedicated himself to consolidating his conquests and establishing administrative policies to govern his vast empire. His focus on integrating cultures and promoting unity among his subjects reflected his vision of a unified Hellenistic empire. Alexander's military legacy endured long after his death. His innovative tactics and focus on mobility and flexibility profoundly influenced future generations of military leaders. The system of professional military units and efficient logistics that he developed were adopted by successors, such as the Diadoc generals, and, later, by the Romans.